Have you ever wondered how Allah is watching over you, protecting you from unseen harm? Allah's protection is all around us. Sometimes it's easy to miss, but once we reflect on it, we realize that He's constantly guiding and shielding us from visible and hidden dangers. In this video, we'll talk about 6 clear signs that show how Allah protects you and how you can recognize His mercy in your life. Before we get started, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Explorers. By subscribing and clicking the bell icon, you'll get more videos that help you grow in your faith and understanding of Islam. 1. You avoid harmful situations without understanding why. One of the most subtle yet powerful signs that Allah is protecting you is when you find yourself avoiding harmful situations without fully understanding why. In our everyday lives, we often come across situations where everything seems normal, and we make decisions based on our routine or habits. But sometimes, something feels off. There's an unexplained sense of hesitation, discomfort, or a sudden urge to change our course of action. These moments might seem like coincidences, but in reality, they are often signs of Allah's protection. For instance, imagine you're about to step out of your house, and suddenly, you get a phone call that makes you delay your plans. Later, you find out that there was a terrible accident on the street you were planning to travel on. Or perhaps you were about to make an important business decision, and you felt an urge to wait or reconsider. After a while, it turns out that what seemed like a risky choice would have led to financial loss or problems down the road. These types of situations are clear signs that Allah is watching over you, guiding you away from harm. When you are saved from potential danger or misfortune, it's often because Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has provided you with a way out. He might prevent you from making a wrong choice or steer you away from situations where harm could occur. You may not realize it at the time, but these coincidences are actually a manifestation of divine intervention. If the hypocrites and those having malady in their hearts and the ones who spread rumors in Medina do not stop their evil deeds, we will certainly stir you up against them. Then they shall no longer live in it as your neighbors, but for a little while. Allah's will is the ultimate force in all things, and if He chooses to protect you, nothing can touch you. The sense of unease you might feel before engaging in certain situations is not something to ignore. It's a gift from Allah, guiding you away from potential harm. Think about how many times in your life you found yourself in a situation where, for no apparent reason, you decided to take a different route, delay something, or avoid meeting a certain person. These moments might not seem significant at first, but they can be signs that Allah is safeguarding you from harm. This guidance from Allah is part of His mercy and care for His creation. As humans, we often lack the full understanding of the consequences of our choices, but Allah knows what's best for us. Even when we feel that something is just a gut feeling or an unexplained change of plans, it's actually a manifestation of Allah's protection. In these moments, we should always thank Allah for His unseen mercy and guidance. When you feel prompted to avoid something or change your course of action, remember that this is a sign of Allah's care and protection, helping you navigate through life's challenges safely. 2. Unexpected help when you need it the most. Another powerful sign that Allah is protecting you is when you receive unexpected help just at the right moment, exactly when you need it the most. In life, we all face moments of difficulty, whether it's a financial crisis, a personal loss, an emotional struggle, or even a major decision we feel unprepared to make. During these times, we often feel overwhelmed, thinking that we are alone or unable to handle the challenge. But Allah, in His infinite mercy, sends us help when we least expect it, and in ways we cannot always foresee. It could be a friend who suddenly reaches out at the perfect time, offering you guidance or assistance. Maybe you've been dealing with a financial problem, and out of nowhere, a family member sends you exactly the amount of money you need. Or perhaps you're struggling emotionally, and a kind stranger says something that completely changes your outlook, or offers words of comfort and support that you didn't even know you needed. This is not mere coincidence. This is Allah's protection. Allah works in mysterious ways, and He often sends help through people, or even through circumstances, that we didn't anticipate. We might not have even prayed for this help directly, but Allah knows our needs better than we do. His response to our silent prayers or unspoken struggles comes through other people or situations that ease our burdens and provide us the support we need. When my servants ask you about me, then tell them that I am near. I respond to the call of one when he prays to me, so they should respond to me, and have faith in me, so that they may be on the right path. When you receive help at an unexpected moment, it is often the result of Allah answering your unspoken prayer. Whether it's someone offering assistance, a solution to a problem appearing out of nowhere, or even an unexpected change of events that makes everything fall into place, know that these are signs of Allah's intervention. Sometimes Allah doesn't send us help in the way we think we need it. He may not give us exactly what we expect, but He always provides what we truly need. For example, you might have been hoping for financial help, but instead, Allah may send you emotional strength, better planning, or an opportunity that leads to financial stability in the long run. While it may not be exactly what you asked for, it's exactly what was needed to protect you from harm or difficulty in the bigger picture. Moreover, this unexpected help is not just about receiving material or physical aid. It can also be emotional or spiritual support. Perhaps after experiencing a major loss, you find yourself feeling deeply connected to Allah. This is a form of protection. Allah's help comes not only in the form of tangible things, but also in the form of spiritual peace and strength to endure challenges. So when unexpected help comes your way, whether it's through people or events, take a moment to reflect and recognize it as a sign of Allah's mercy and protection. It's a reminder that no matter how difficult life may seem, Allah is always by your side, guiding and supporting you in ways you may not even understand. 3. Your faith grows stronger through challenges. One of the most powerful signs that Allah is protecting you is when you find your faith growing stronger through the challenges you face. Life is full of tests, whether it's a financial setback, health problems, family difficulties, or personal struggles. However, when these challenges push you to turn to Allah more sincerely, to pray more fervently, and to seek His help more often, it is a clear sign of Allah's protection. At times, hardships can either break us or build us. They can either make us lose hope or draw us closer to Allah. For a believer, the way we respond to these trials is what makes all the difference. While others may become bitter, hopeless, or angry, the believer has a unique opportunity to grow spiritually and emotionally through faith. O you who believe, do not nullify your acts of charity by boasting about doing people a favor and by causing them hurt, like the one who spends his wealth to show off before people and does not believe in Allah and in the last day. So, his example is like a rock on which there is dust. Then a heavy rain came over it and left it barren. They have no ability to gain anything out of what they have done, and Allah does not give guidance to the people who disbelieve. Allah tells us that tests and hardships are opportunities for us to refine our character and strengthen our relationship with Him. They are not meant to harm us, but to purify our hearts and make us more resilient in faith. In fact, challenges can be a blessing in disguise, as they often lead us to discover a deeper connection with Allah. When you find that your faith is growing stronger through adversity, this is a clear indication of Allah's protection. Instead of being overwhelmed or defeated, you begin to rely more on Allah, seeking His guidance in your prayers and trusting in His wisdom to navigate through tough times. You may find yourself praying more, reciting the Quran more often, and finding peace in remembering Allah, even when things aren't going well. One of the most beautiful aspects of challenges is how they bring us closer to Allah, and the deeper our connection with Allah becomes, the stronger His protection over us. As we experience life's difficulties, we find that our faith, patience, and trust in Allah are sharpened. This internal growth is often a sign that Allah is protecting you from becoming lost in despair, arrogance, or pride. He keeps you grounded, focused on Him, and encourages you to grow in faith, no matter what difficulties you may face. So, if you find that your faith is growing stronger despite the challenges you face, take a moment to reflect on this as a sign of Allah's protection. It is through His mercy and guidance that you are able to endure hardships with strength, patience, and a renewed commitment to Him. 4. You experience peace during stressful times. The fourth sign that Allah is protecting you is when you experience a sense of peace and tranquility during stressful or uncertain times. Life can often feel overwhelming, whether it's due to work pressures, relationship difficulties, health issues, or even the challenges of daily life. In these moments, stress and anxiety can weigh heavily on us. Yet, in the midst of all this, you may experience a calmness that seems almost out of place, a sense of inner peace that helps you navigate the stormy waters of life. This peace is not something that you can create on your own. It is a sign of Allah's protection. This kind of peace, known in Islam as sakina, is a special tranquility that Allah places in the hearts of His believers. It's a divine gift that helps you remain calm and composed, even when the world around you seems chaotic. The peace that comes from Allah shields your heart from excessive anxiety, fear, and worry, allowing you to face difficulties with patience, perseverance, and faith. Allah is such that He sent down tranquility into the hearts of the believers, so that they grow more in faith in addition to their existing faith, and to Allah belong the forces of the heavens and the earth, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. It is a reminder that no matter what challenges you face, Allah is with you, and His presence is felt through the peace that envelops your heart. Whether it's a difficult test or a life-altering change, the feeling of peace during such times is a sign that Allah is protecting your heart from the harmful effects of anxiety, despair, and confusion. Many people experience sakina during prayers, salah, especially when they are deeply focused and feel a connection with Allah. Even outside of prayer, you may find that certain moments in your life, when everything seems uncertain, are filled with an inexplicable peace. Perhaps you've lost something important, but you remain calm, trusting that Allah knows what's best. Or maybe you're facing a difficult decision, and despite the pressure, you feel confident that Allah will guide you to what is best. This inner peace is one of the greatest blessings a believer can experience. In times of crisis or hardship, it's easy to fall into panic, doubt, or fear. However, for the believer who has sakina, there is a trust in Allah's plan that keeps them steady. This peace doesn't mean that challenges disappear. It simply means that you can face them with a calm and composed heart, knowing that Allah is with you. Allah's protection doesn't always mean that the difficulty will go away immediately. Rather, it is a reminder that through faith, patience, and reliance on Allah, you are never alone. He is with you, and He grants you the peace and strength you need to endure. So, if you ever find yourself in a stressful situation and still feel a sense of calm within, recognize it as a sign that Allah is protecting you. This peace is His way of reminding you that, despite the difficulties of the world, He is always with you, offering you the strength and tranquility to persevere. 5. You find yourself resisting temptation. Another powerful sign that Allah is protecting you is when you find yourself resisting temptation, even when it seems hard. Life is full of temptations, whether it's the allure of worldly pleasures, the desire to commit a sin, or the pressure to follow the wrong path. In these moments, we may feel weak or vulnerable, but when you find the strength to resist, it's a clear sign that Allah is protecting you from harm and guiding you toward what's best for you. Temptations are part of life. They test our faith and character, and they often appear when we least expect them. It might be the temptation to lie, cheat, gossip, or indulge in something haram forbidden that feels tempting in the moment, but will only lead to harm in the long run. When you find yourself resisting these temptations, it's not because you are particularly strong or capable, rather, it's because Allah is providing you with the strength, guidance, and protection to avoid falling into sin. Allah is always close to those who seek His protection, and He helps us resist harmful desires. And those who do not witness falsehood, and when they pass by the absurd things, pass by them with dignity. Allah's mercy and protection come into play when we seek His forgiveness and guidance, and He aids us in resisting temptations by purifying our hearts and minds. Resisting temptation is a sign that Allah is protecting your heart and guiding you to the right path. The fact that you feel the urge to avoid something harmful, even when it might seem difficult, shows that Allah is working within you. It is Allah's protection that helps you remain firm in your faith and turn away from things that would lead you away from Him. Resisting temptation is also a sign that Allah is nurturing your relationship with Him. Every time you make the right choice, you are not only avoiding harm but also growing spiritually. You are strengthening your connection with Allah, developing a stronger sense of self-control, and earning rewards for your actions. It's through these moments of resisting temptation that you grow closer to Allah and become more steadfast in your faith. Allah's protection extends to your heart and soul, guiding you away from harmful desires and toward what is pure and beneficial for you. The ability to resist temptation is not something we can do on our own. It is only through Allah's mercy, guidance, and protection that we are able to stay on the straight path and avoid the pitfalls of sin. So when you find yourself turning away from something harmful or resisting a temptation that once felt irresistible, recognize this as a sign of Allah's protection. It is a sign that Allah is safeguarding your heart, strengthening your faith, and helping you stay on the path of righteousness. 6. You feel a constant connection with Allah. The final sign of Allah's protection is when you feel a constant connection with Him, no matter what is happening in your life. This connection is not limited to the moments of hardship or joy. It's a continuous, unbreakable bond that keeps you aware of Allah's presence at all times. You may find yourself drawn to prayer, zikr, remembrance of Allah, and reflection more often, even during the busiest or most stressful periods. This constant yearning to stay close to Allah, even in the midst of life's distractions, is one of the clearest signs that He is protecting your heart and guiding you through everything. When life becomes overwhelming and the world around you seems chaotic, you might find yourself instinctively turning to Allah. Whether it's a moment of anxiety, a tough decision, or simply a random thought during the day, you may feel that you need to remember Allah, and this feeling itself is a blessing from Him. Allah places this connection in your heart, and when you are able to recognize it, it shows that He is constantly watching over you, helping you remain grounded in your faith. The ones who believe in their hearts are peaceful with the remembrance of Allah. Listen, the hearts find peace only in the remembrance of Allah. When you feel the constant urge to turn to Allah, whether through prayer, reading Quran, or simply making dua supplication, this is a sign of His protection. Allah's remembrance keeps your heart centered, preventing you from being overwhelmed by the worries of this world. It is through this connection that you find the strength to endure and the wisdom to navigate challenges. As human beings, we are often distracted by the many demands of life. Whether it's work, family, or personal ambitions, our attention can easily shift away from Allah. But when you feel a constant pull to reconnect with Him, to remember Him, or to seek His forgiveness, it's a sign that Allah is protecting you from the distractions of this world. This bond keeps you focused on what truly matters: your relationship with your Creator. The constant connection with Allah, whether through prayer, reflection, or remembrance, also shields your heart from negative influences. It prevents your mind from becoming consumed by fear, anxiety, or despair. Even during times of hardship, you remain firm in your faith, trusting that Allah is always with you, guiding you through every situation. This sense of security is one of the greatest blessings, as it provides inner peace regardless of the external circumstances. So, if you feel that constant pull towards Allah, whether in moments of difficulty or ease, it is a clear sign of His protection. This unbroken connection keeps you close to Him, guiding you through life's challenges and ensuring that you are never alone in your struggles. It's a reminder that Allah's mercy surrounds you and His protection is always with you. So, brothers and sisters, these are just a few of the signs that Allah is protecting you from harm. From guiding you away from danger to strengthening your faith and providing you with peace, Allah's protection is always with you. Never take His mercy for granted and always trust in His wisdom. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more content like this. May Allah continue to protect and bless you all, and may He keep us all safe from harm. Until next time, keep exploring your Deen and stay connected to Allah.